Hey. How y'all doing today? So welcome back to another video of mine on my journey and on my quest and on my of growth and all that encompasses. And as you guys know, I've been on a personal growth. I've been on, girl, every kind of growth journey there is to be on. I've been on a spiritual growth journey. I've been on a mental growth journey. I've been on an intellectual growth journey. And I've been on a hair growth journey. Girl, trying to retain this. Trying to retain this length. Trying to maintain moisture and just all that encompasses with low porosity 4C hair. So really trying to come up with some videos that are really trying to come up with some videos that will help you from all angles, whether it be from your ends, whether it be to the root, to the actual strands themselves. So this is just the series that I'm coming to you with. So let me speak on that for a second, right? So you know I'm on this hair moisture thing, right? I'm big on this hair moisture thing because my hair and my scalp are dangerously dry. Well, they're not dry at the moment, but my hair and my scalp are notoriously dry. So I'm to the point where I'm like, okay, what can I do to fix this and document me fixing it, you know, so I can really find out what works and what hasn't worked. You know, it's supposed to me just kind of doing shit and not really paying attention to my hair. Just like everything else that you want to grow, just like everything else that you want to maintain or be great or better at, hair is included. You have to be mindful of the things that you put in your hair and how your body and your hair reacts to those things. So guilty enough, I ain't been mindful. Well, I hadn't been mindful in the past, and it showed. And it got to the point where my hair was just so dry, right? So, you know, a few weeks back, or actually a few months back, 2 months back, I'll link up above, when I tried the rice water challenge. And it really did a number on my hair. Like, that rice water challenge, I don't know if it's low porosity hair, I don't know if it's just my hair, but that rice water, baby. Baby, that rice water, girl, it's no bueno. It's no bueno for my hair because it made my hair so dry, so brittle, and I kid you not, I never experienced that type of dryness in my hair ever, even with me having dry scalp and low porosity hair. I never experienced that kind of dryness, and I was just mortified. I was like, "Ooh, what the hell is going on?" Because, you know, my hair grows at a rate, at a pretty normal rate, and I'm normally okay with retaining the length. Hence the way my hair has grown within a year of me, you know, cutting it all off and being natural. I'd say it's grown a pretty good length, you know. So that's a year of growth, and so I'm like, okay. So what the hell is going on? I was so confused because I'd seen all these things and all these videos. I've watched all these videos, tons of research on multiple platforms about how rice water is just a godsend and got to get on this rice water and this rice water challenge. And I'm like, the fuck? It just, it wasn't working for me, girl. So I knew I had to do something because based on my research, I knew I had experienced protein overload for my little hair because it was so dry and it was so brittle, and it was just, you know, breaking off here left and right, not in chunks to where it's like major hair loss, but definitely the ends, so breaking off left and right, and the hair strands themselves, they almost felt like straw. That's how dry and brittle my hair was. I just didn't understand it. So since the 2 months up until today, and since I stopped using that rice water, I began the journey of moisture retention, right? And that's when I learned about the low porosity hair and the inability to absorb products and anything really you put on your hair. So with that, it made me dive deeper into my scalp issue. So I said all that to say this. I've learned that my scalp is only dry because it's neglected, right? The longer my hair got, low porosity or no low porosity, the longer my hair got, the more I would focus on the strands and the ends and pretty much neglect the base of my hair, the root. And you know, I would just kind of put it here and there, but I think that I never really showed any TLC to my actual roots, because I have thick hair and in its natural state it's shrunken down to my head. So you know, I do the ends, blah 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 blah, but I would never really moisturize the root or massage the roots. And whatever product I would put on my hair, I would basically focus on the strands and the ends and not really my roots. So the product that did end up falling down into the roots of my hair, it would just kind of be there and it would build up easily. And so here I was thinking that I had something wrong with my scalp, but really there wasn't anything wrong with my scalp. It was just all that product that I hadn't massaged into my head or done anything to help it be massaged into the cuticles of my hair, that it would just build up on the roots, at my roots, and it would be flaky, and the flakes would just be turning to itch. And you know, I work out, so the product along with the sweat and all this stuff, it was just a bad look. And me being naive and ignorant, and I'm okay with saying that I'm ignorant about the whole hair porosity and what it takes for it to be you know, moisturized and stay moisturized, I just kind of wrote it off as, oh, that's just my hair and blah blah blah, when really no. The problem with your itchy scalp and your flaky hair and your flaky scalp isn't necessarily a biological thing, right? So there could be multiple reasons as to why you have itchy scalp and dry scalp. One of them being that your scalp is highly neglected, sis. So with me, that was the case. Another could be is that your hair is simply growing. Like, girl, your hair will itch when it grows. So what I'm saying is, you know your hair, right? If you just washed your hair maybe a day or two ago, and you know that you put a reasonable amount of moisture on it, and you've taken the proper steps to make sure that that moisture is locked into your hair cuticles as opposed to just clumped up on your head, then it may just be that your hair is itching because it's growing. And that, my friend, is perfectly fine. So that's one thing. It could be that you have completely neglected your scalp, like I said before. It could be that you completely neglected your scalp in your hair care routine. That's another thing. It could be that you do have some type of psoriasis of the scalp, and that you need to get that medically determined by a dermatologist. Don't just be out here diagnosing yourself with shit that you don't even know that you do or don't got, whether you do or don't have it. So that's just a couple of things I wanted to come by and talk to you guys about. Just because your hair is itchy doesn't necessarily mean that you have medical issues with your scalp. It could be that your hair could low-key be dirty, bitch. Go wash your hair, you know? It could be that your hair hasn't been maintained at its current state. You haven't been maintaining your hair properly at its current state. So an example of that would be, if you're low porosity, to make sure you're really trying to apply some type of heat or something to your hair strands that'll help open up those cuticles and allow the moisture and the product to seep inside, and then find a way to seal it up, like with oil. So again, you can use the LCO method like I like to use, and I'll link that up above. Check out that LCO method trick. So it could be that, or it definitely could be that you have some type of medical issue that could be determined by a medical profession. So I do thank you all so much for checking out my quick little video as to why your hair might be itchy. It ain't always because you're dirty. So just pay attention to your own wash routines and pay attention to your hair, really pay, I challenge you to really pay attention to your hair and get to know your hair on its current level and grow with it. Don't force it to grow with it at its pace. So really pay attention to your hair. You know, if you just washed your hair a couple days ago, you haven't been doing anything to where your hair should be filthy or dirty enough to be itching. It could just be that you're not moisturizing it enough, or it could just be that the product is getting on your hair or getting on your scalp and making it itchy, or it could just be that you have a medical condition. I know I said that like 3 or 4 times, but I want you to really get a grasp of the different causes of itchiness to the scalp. As far as my hair is concerned, I do have low porosity hair. I have, like I said before, notoriously dry scalp, but I'm finding that it's mostly because I have a major ignorance to hair in general, and it's natural hair. So now that I'm learning and I spray my leave-in conditioner on it every night, it's been a whole week, no dryness. It's been a whole week, my hair is moisturized. It's been a whole week, no itchiness whatsoever. So I'm learning now that it's not necessarily that I have a medical condition with my scalp. It's more so that I was completely neglecting my scalp, man. So be sure to subscribe to my channel down below. I thank you so much for watching. Be sure to go ahead and like my video, share my video on all your social platforms. Talk to me, girl. I will talk to you right, not back, but bite. I will talk to you right. And yeah, if you ever want to send me a message, please don't be shy. Send me a message, girl. I talk, I speak English, I speak other languages too, a little bit. So just message me, I'll message you back. You can follow me on all my social platforms at Ayata J, IYATA JAY. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.